Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Kayla Bree. It's your girl Kayla Bree. Hey, it's your girl Kayla Bree. So in today's video, we are going to be talking all about the law of attraction and how I manifested my life and how I manifested my dream home, my dream apartment, how I was able to literally upgrade my entire life in just 1 year. I literally went from barely being able to pay my rent to paying my rent early. Today, I will go over the specifics on what I did in order to manifest my life and manifest the dream home that I currently live in. Yes, I still got my Christmas tree up, and yes, it is after the new year, and no, I don't care. It's gonna stay up, okay? I first want to let you know that dreams do not work unless you do. You have to change your mind, change your life. If things are not working out in your favor, track the things that you are thinking about. If you notice that you are constantly thinking negative thoughts, you want to change those negative thoughts into positive thoughts. Try to train your brain to look at the positive in every situation. And I mean every situation. You can literally find something to be thankful for in every situation. Ask yourself, are you more of the glass is half empty or the glass is half full type? I'm one to say that I've always had a negative outlook on a lot of things that I've done. I want to say that I have manifested my negative life, the things that I had happen to me in a negative way, the things that were going on, the fact that I was completely broke, the fact that I didn't have any friends or family in the city that I had moved in, and the fact that I couldn't find anybody right away. I feel like I manifested all of that happening to me because my fear of moving to a new city all by myself was what? To be broke, one, to not have anybody, and to be alone. And guess what happened to me? I was broke. I was all by myself. I didn't have anybody, and everything that I had thought and manifested in, not intentionally, but those thoughts that I had turned into my reality. My main fear is I'm scared to be broke. One, I don't like to be broke. Two, I'm really scared of failure, okay? But there's always those what ifs. What if I can't find a job? What if I have this apartment and can't pay for it? What if I, like what if? I'm scared shitless. And then another thing about it is, it's the whole job aspect, right? Because I'm going out there, I'm not gonna have no job. I'm literally gonna have to just figure it out on my own. Like, it's real, it's real, it's crazy. And it took a long time for me to change the way that I thought, to change my life. Like, I literally completely changed my life in a year because of how I thought. In this story, I just want to tell you guys that I was going through it. Like, I literally could barely keep my lights on. I at times got my lights cut off and didn't know what to do. Like, I had no end. Like, what do? I had no friends, nobody that understood what I was going through at that time. I had nobody to be there for me, no shoulder to cry on, no shoulder to lean on, nobody to ask money from, nobody to be there for me in the really tough time in my life. I was completely depressed. I had nothing to live for, it felt like. I felt like my life was like, what am I here for? I was going from job to job. I had kept losing jobs. Like, I would get a job and then I would only be there for a short period of time, and then I would have to get another job. I was steadily looking for jobs. I was steadily on the decline and barely scraping by. Literally barely scraping by. Alright, so now you guys know that I'm out here in Dallas by myself, jobless, and this is like the third time I've been jobless out here since I moved, and I've only been here 6 months. I really hate to start over, and I feel like I have been doing nothing but starting over since I've moved here. Just constantly starting over, whether it's starting over in life, starting over with friends, ending friendships, starting new friendships, ending relationships, starting new relationships, ending jobs, starting new jobs, ending more jobs. Like, it's just like a never-ending story. My thoughts to go back home are more generating through the struggle, because I'm like, dang, the struggle is real. The struggle is real. The loneliness is real. The lack of friends, the lack of people, the lack of everything that I have here is real. But this is what I was trying to mentally prepare myself for when I was moving, and I was making that video, the I'm Shitting Bricks video, because I was so scared to come out here and be going through exactly what I'm going through. What made me change is I met a friend who was so positive, and let me tell you, this friend was homeless. He didn't have anything. He doesn't have a house. He barely had a car that worked. But he was so thankful, and he looked at life in such a different way. And so to me, that told me that I have a place. I have a place where I can live. I mean, I'm barely scraping by, but I do have a place. And so that made me think, I can look at this in a better situation. I can look at this situation in a better light. I can be more grateful for where I'm at, because when I first moved here, I did not have anything. I did not come here with anything but the computer that I have. Like, that's the only thing that I had. And the fact that I was able to accumulate an entire apartment, like a couch, TVs, I mean, the list goes on. I was able to fully furnish my apartment on my own. No help, nobody giving me anything, none of that. I was able to accumulate all of this on my own. And so I'm gonna tell you guys exactly what I did to manifest this life and this dream that I feel like I'm living. Now, granted, this is a luxury apartment, okay? This is a beautiful apartment. By no means is this like the top of the line, okay? Like, my actual dream is to be staying in a high-rise, okay? But we gonna get there. We gotta take steps, you know. This is baby steps, but this is definitely a complete upgrade from where I was at just 1 year ago. And I just wanted to let you guys know that you guys can do it too, and I hope that these tips and tricks help you in any kind of way. The first thing that I did was write a list of all of the things that I wanted in a place. Like, what are things that are deal breaker? Like, you have to have this is what you want. And so on that list, I wrote down, I want hardwood floors, because I knew what it was like to have carpet and I hated it. I knew I wanted a backsplash in my kitchen. I knew I wanted glittery counter. I knew I wanted a double fridge. I knew that I wanted more cabinet space. I knew that I wanted a good scenery of something. I knew I wanted a balcony. I did not have a balcony before. These are little things that I have wrote down on my list, and I'll show you guys exactly what I wrote down so you guys can see. I literally wrote down everything that I said I wanted into this apartment, and then went and looked for apartments. So the next thing I did was start touring places. I started looking here and there and everywhere just to see and get a feel of what it is that I really want. I could never really fathom or get the grasp on what apartment I wanted until I got into this apartment that I'm in now. And honestly, when I first looked at this apartment, it was way out of my price range. I was looking for something a little bit more cheaper, but this place was the only place that fit all my needs that I was looking for. I knew the gym had to be spectacular. I knew I had to have a Stairmaster and a Smith machine, and I knew I had to have all of these things that I require in an apartment. I knew that it had to have that, and a lot of places were lacking a lot of things that I was wanting in an apartment. I had to literally pray on it, like, okay, God, like, I know this is the apartment I want. I don't quite make the amount of money that I want to make in order to afford this place. So what can I do to shift that? And I was getting advice from my friends, like, you guys, I want to get this apartment. It's my dream. I love how it looks. It's amazing. And they were like, I don't think you should do it because you know, you were struggling. And it wasn't in a negative sense. My friends weren't being negative. It was just they were looking out for my best interest, because they knew, they seen me struggle. They seen me not being able to pay $1,000 in rent. To raise it is crazy, right? To raise your rent and start paying way more than what you're paying, than what you were paying, and you could barely scrape by on that. They were just trying to look out for my best interest, but in my head I knew that if I would have went with anything else, I would have been settling, and I do not settle. I am a whole advocate for not settling. Took it upon myself to figure out a way. So guess what I did? I got another job so that I can pay for this apartment, because I knew this is what I wanted. This is what I want. This is the kind of apartment I'm looking to have, and this is my dream. So I'm gonna make it happen. So I got me another job. I worked as a server along with my full-time job, and I was able to accumulate enough income to actually surpass the amount that I was supposed to be making to actually live here. I was like, I've got to be able to furnish this place. So I started working, picking up hours. Literally, you can ask anybody around me. I was picking up hours, just working double, just so that I could be able to furnish my now said new apartment. I didn't want to get this brand new apartment and have nothing in it like I had my last apartment. I had stuff in there, but it wasn't decorated how I wanted it to be, and it wasn't aesthetically pleasing. And people were asking me for tours, and I was like, y'all, it ain't done. Like, it's nowhere near done, and I don't foresee myself finishing it because I don't want to live here anymore. And I wanted my apartment to look like how I wanted it to look. That just goes to show that dreams do not work unless you do. If you want something, if you strive for something, you cannot get it unless you work for it. And so things like my YouTube channel and things like that had got put on the back burner because I was so determined in getting my overall self together that kind of didn't matter at that point. So I literally worked until I couldn't do it anymore. And then about a couple weeks after I moved in, it was my birthday. So I was able to not only furnish my entire place with new TVs, new desks. I have new desks, I got chairs, I got decorating stuff, you guys, plants, all that stuff that I had a dream. I could vision myself just living this life. I was able to get it. The next thing that I did to manifest this place was I visualized myself being in this place. I literally could taste and smell and feel how I feel, and the feelings that I would feel when I woke up in the morning and went into my nice cabinets and pulled out my nice mug and put it into my new Keurig machine and got my coffee and poured my creamer into the coffee, and everything that I imagined myself do. Like, I literally visualized me doing everything in this apartment, from how I would feel when I would come home from work and just coming home to this beautiful place, how I would feel sitting on my couch watching this brand new TV with my favorite shows, how I would feel taking a shower in this beautiful shower that is beautiful, spa, like how I would feel doing my skincare routine, how I would feel washing my face, brushing my teeth, how I would feel. I literally could see myself literally doing those things in this place, and I seen it and I believed it, and I knew that it was gonna happen. And that is the key. That was a major key. Like I told you, dreams don't work unless you do, but also visualizing and seeing that and feeling the feel and doing it is a whole nother ball game. So, recap. I made a list of the things that I wanted to do, right? I secondly went in toward places. The third thing is I worked towards it, okay? I worked towards my goal. I knew I had an ending result in what I was looking to do. And the last thing I did was visualize myself in that space, feeling the feelings of being there and being able to picture the life that I would live if I were to live there. So now here I am in this beautiful apartment that I can't fathom how beautiful this place is, how amazing I feel every single day just being able to be here. And The fact that I haven't been late on my rent, I've been able to pay my rent early is crazy. Like, I wasn't able to pay the $1,000 that I was paying before, but now I can pay more of what I was paying and I can pay it early. So that just goes to show that you can level up and you can change your life in 1 year. The possibilities are endless. You can definitely live a completely different life this time next year. Make sure you are working towards it, because dreams don't work unless you do. And that is the quote for this video, is that dreams don't work unless you do. And so with that being said, I thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. If anything in this video resonated with you in any way, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for good vibes, and I will see you guys in my next video.